So before we get into today's video, which is we're going to be previewing the Seattle Seahawks game, I wanted to, if you guys didn't read the injury report, to give you an update on that. Wide receiver Devontae Parker returned to practice on a limited basis Friday, and he was listed as questionable for the season opener against the Seattle Seahawks. Jelani Jenkins practiced on a limited basis Friday, as he did Wednesday. Jenkins was listed as questionable on the final injury report of the week, as well were defensive end Terrence Fidei, defensive tackle Earl Mitchell, Isaiah Pete hamstring, I don't know how to say his injury, and guard Laramie Tunsil. Pouncey did not practice all week. The other players who did not practice Friday was running back Jay Ajayi, who had been ruled out of the game for reasons non-injury related. If you don't know, apparently the story is that Jay was like pouting and sulking, and Adam said, well, we just, we didn't bring him for those reasons. So if you guys don't know, that is what I have heard from multiple reports. So the Seahawks removed 3 of the players from their injury report Friday, indicating that they almost certainly will play. Those 3 are running back Thomas Rawls, DB Third Simeon, and defensive tackle Jared Reed, and Jimmy Graham will play in this game, which is a big factor there. So hopefully Devontae comes back, because we really need Devontae in this offense. He gives it a spark. I think we're fine with Kenny and Jarvis, but Devontae Parker is a huge part of this offense, and what he brings to the table. And if he can stay healthy for 10 games, that would mean so much to us. Even having a chance to get to the playoffs and having a winning record this year would be a lot of that has to do with Devontae Parker. So hopefully he can play this game. That would make a huge difference in that game, and it would be huge if he came back. So let's hope. And so same thing with Jelani. If he came back, that'd be huge. Both of those guys we really need back. I like Neville Hewitt, but again, not very good in the run game. Easily run blocked. But what this game is going to come down to, this reminds me so much of the Buffalo Bills in a way. They don't have they don't play one side of the field like the Seahawks do. They tend to mix it up a little bit more, but they run 3-4 defenses. They rush the passer very similarly. They blitz a lot, kind of like the Bills do. What I'm trying to get at is that the Seahawks have a really good front seven, and so I guess I was just comparing it to one of the teams in the AFC East. And like I said in my previous video, is what I want to see this season more than anything in this world is consistency, especially from this offensive line. If this offensive line can block, especially in the run game, and give Ryan time to pass the ball, that will win us the game more than anything in this world. If we can tire down that defensive line, because we have run, this really, really fast offense, no huddle, which we haven't seen in the Dolphins, from any Dolphins team ever, really. This is like the fastest I've ever seen any Dolphins offense. And if we could do that, tire down their defensive line, hopefully we can block, keep sustain drives. That's the most important thing. Don't punt it on your own 20 or your own 10. If we don't do those kinds of things, we have a really, really good chance of winning this. So that really, what it comes down to the offensive side of the ball is give Tannehill time, and he will deliver. On the defensive side of the ball, it's pretty simple. Obviously, I think the Vikings, when they played the Seahawks in the preseason, when their first-string players were out there, and when Seattle's first-string players were out there, they had 4 sacks in one half. That's huge. If Mario Sue, can wake when he comes in on third downs, and Jason Jones is going to be huge in this game too, because he's going to need to help stop the run. Because a huge part of Seattle's offense is running the ball and then bootlegging Russell Wilson out to the right and letting him make plays. So a lot of that comes off of their success in running the ball. And they're going to try to run it down our throats, no doubt about it. It's up to our defensive line and our linebackers to make sure that doesn't happen. If we can force Russell Wilson into a lot of 3rd and 10s, that's huge. That probably would win us the game. Just, keeping them from, maybe 17 to 15 points, or to, not 15, but, 17 to 14 points to 21 points. That's kind of the range we kind of want to keep them in. Let's not go to 28 or, 35, for God's sakes. So if we can get him in 3rd and longs, and basically comes down to whose line is better. Is the Seahawks line, is the Seahawks defensive line better than the Dolphins offensive line, and is the Dolphins defensive line better than the Seahawks offensive line? It really is going to come down to who is better at the line of scrimmage, and a lot of that, another thing I didn't mention was our linebackers have a huge test against. I would put Rashard on Jimmy Graham, so I'm not really that concerned about it. Rashard has grown a lot since the last time they played each other, so I'm not really worried about that. But on with the video. Really going to come down to the line of scrimmage. Who's going to dominate that? I'm already getting anxiety of the game. You know, I always get anxiety. I almost have a heart attack every time. I'm surprised I don't die. But you know, I can't wait to talk to you. I don't care. Blowout, win, anything. I cannot wait to watch this game and talk about it with you guys. And I will see you guys in the next one.